What's up, guys? I decided to bring you along today on today's video. It's a 2001 Ford Mustang, and the reason this vehicle came in today is that when the customer would fill up at the gas pump, there'd be gas leaking on the ground right below the filler neck. So this indicated that the filler neck, it's a steel neck, was either corroded or rusted out, or there's something wrong with the filler neck. So, here are the steps needed to replace your filler neck. And unfortunately, I'm already halfway through the job, but I can catch you up to this point. So, first step is going to be, as always, to jack up the car. And after that, you're going to want to support your gas tank. And I've actually got it up on the lift, so it looks a little different here, but if it's on the ground, you'll support it with a jack and a block of wood. And next, we're going to come up to the top to our gas cap, and you can't see it now, but there's going to be 3 10mm bolts holding your filler neck to the plastic trim piece inside of your gas door. So you'll remove those 3 10mm bolts. Next, right here and right here are 2 T20 Torx 20 screws that hold that plastic trim piece to the fender of the car. So once you remove those, you can lift that trim piece, and you see it right there. Lift that up out of the way. Next, if you go inside the trunk of the car, and I can't get there right now with the vehicle up in the air, but there is a couple pieces of just carpeting with some threaded clips. You just unthread those by hand in order to move that carpeting out of the way. And once you're looking down, it's hard to explain, but once you're looking down, there are 3 8mm bolts that hold the neck to the rest of the car. So you'll remove those 3 8mm bolts, and once you've done that, you see here and down at on the other end at the bottom, and there's one more smaller hose on the back side. I apologize, it's hard to see, but trust me, they're there. You can just pull those hoses off. Those are vent hoses. Just slide them off. And then there's one hose that has a quick disconnect style clip. You can kind of see it on the back side there. Mine was actually missing the clip, so I'm going to replace that. But you just use a screwdriver to pop that clip loose and remove that hose as well. The next step will be to come underneath the car. 1 second while we get there. And with your gas tank supported, you're going to have 3 13mm bolts holding the tank in place. This is the passenger side front. Then we have the driver side front, and there's one more on the passenger side rear. So go ahead and remove those, and then with your passenger rear tire removed is the easiest way. I've got mine back on temporarily, but with this tire out of the way, you can slowly lower your tank, and this is where the neck goes into the tank. Slowly lower your tank so that you have enough clearance between the fender and the side of the tank to slide your filler neck out of the tank. And there's only one bolt holding that in place. It's right here. It's an 8mm, more of a screw that holds a bracket to support the neck inside of the tank. Other than that, it's just slid in through a rubber grommet, so you can just slide that out. And what I found helps is if you reach through the gas door here and grab the filler neck while you're pulling with your other hand down here and kind of maneuver that filler neck up out of the tank. So it takes a little bit of doing, but it's really not too bad. And once you've removed that, I would also recommend, as I've done, removing the rubber grommet and replacing that at the same time. And I have yet to see if the new filler neck is going to come with a grommet or not. So I ordered the grommet just in case, separately. But once that gets here, the reassembly will be in the reverse of removal, and just kind of a breakdown on that will be putting your grommet into the tank, and then maybe just put a little bit of Vaseline around or like a petroleum-based lubricant, right around the inside of that grommet to help slide the filler neck into the grommet, and then just bolt it all back up. Reconnect your hoses, bolt your tank back up to the car, and you should be done. I was unable to find a book rate on this car as far as time, but so far I've got an hour in it to remove it, and now that I know what I'm doing, I would guess an hour or a little bit less to put it back. So it's really not too bad. You can easily handle it yourself. Unfortunately, the filler neck is like $150 or $160, so that kind of stinks, but to not have gas leaking on the ground every time you fill up is definitely a plus. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and I'll get back to you. Like and subscribe as always. And I apologize that I wasn't able to bring you along during the process on this. Kind of forgot until now, but that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.